Pause scrolling, because what I'm about to say isn't noise. It's a warning. On paper, this looks like dominance, unstoppable power, a political machine firing on all cylinders, 31 governors, 85 senators, 242 members of the House. That's not control, that's total takeover. But history has taught us something dangerous about power like this. When a party becomes too big, it starts to collapse under its own weight. Let's be honest for a second. Most supporters are celebrating numbers, but numbers don't tell you loyalty. Numbers don't tell you people's intentions. And numbers don't tell you why they came in the first place. Here is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud, but I'm going to say it. Most defections are not about belief. They are about survival. How they will survive. These politicians didn't just suddenly find ideology. They found where power lives. And in politics, people don't always follow vision. They follow where the food is. And this is where it gets real. Because even before the dust has settled, we're already seeing movements. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, a heavy name, a big name, not just any name, well known in northern Nigeria and loved dearly, has now defected to African Democratic Congress, ADC. Pause and think about that. This isn't just a defection. This is a signal that beneath the surface of unity, there's already repositioning happening. These politicians don't actually wait for the party to collapse. They move before the cracks becomes visible to everyone else. Here is the hidden cracks. Now imagine this. A house packed with people who don't trust each other. A room full of ambition with no shared loyalty. A system where everyone is smiling or calculating. That's not unity. That's temporary alliance of convenience. And alliances like that don't last because sooner or later, someone feels cheated. Someone feels sidelined. Someone realizes they were used. And when that happens, the same speed they used to enter, they will use to exit. And here is where it gets even more interesting. The next election is not going to be APC versus opposition. It's going to be APC versus APC. Why? Because 90% of those defectors, they didn't come to build. They came to secure their political future, gain access to power, position themselves for the next move. And when the time comes, they won't fight the opposition first. They will fight each other. Power struggles are already brewing quietly. You can't have many powerful individuals in one space without conflict. It's inevitable. Too many interests, too many egos, too many future presidential ambitions. And when the cracks begins to show, they won't be small. They will be loud. They will be public. They will be messy. Because when politicians feel threatened, they don't stay loyal. They break ranks. What this means for the next election is that you should expect not a smooth, unified political machine, but expect internal betrayal, strategic defections again, power blocks forming within the same party, silent wars turning into open battles, and suddenly, that strongest party, which is APC, begins to look divided. Because the real danger or threat is not the opposition, it's internal implosion. So don't always be deceived by the numbers, because sometimes what looks like strength is actually pressure building. And when the pressure builds long enough, it doesn't negotiate, it explodes. The road to fragmentation has started, not loudly, not yet, but quietly, strategically, inevitably. And when it finally happens, a lot of people will pretend they didn't see it coming, but we did. The question now is not if it will happen. The real question is, who will jump ship first? See you in my next video.